We can't expose Connor to that type of evil energy. Eva looked at Marie, a concerned frown on her face. Oh dear, I hadn't even considered that. I have. While spirits may not be able to physically harm an innocent like Connor, it doesn't mean they can't scare the poor child. It would be a nightmare for him. I'm afraid you're right, Eva agreed. What can we do? Marie asked. I suppose one option. Let Ian know what his father is up to. He certainly won't want his parents living there if he knows about the place. I'm sure, with Danielle's help, you might come up with a story that someone other than Adam told Ian. Wouldn't the other real estate agent know the buyer's name? Marie considered this suggestion and frowned. I do wish I had thought of that earlier, but I was so frazzled. I'm afraid it might be too late now. From what I heard from Adam when I was over there, they might close escrow any time now, before we can do anything. Why didn't you come to me earlier? Eva asked. I told you I have been looking all over for you, Marie reminded her. The two spirits sat in silence, considering what to do while watching the sun slip into the ocean. Finally, Marie asked, Perhaps we can convince the ghosts it's time to move on. What do you know about them? I've always heard a patient killed a nurse over there, which is why they closed Marymore. Is the killer sticking around because he doesn't want to deal with the consequences? I'm not sure. I suppose it's possible. Back when the murder happened, I was spending a great deal of time at the Salem Cemetery. It was such a nice little group there. But they all have since moved on, Eva explained. I wasn't around when all that happened at Marymore. So you don't know much about the murder? Marie asked. What I know is what I heard from fellow spirits around at the time. I know a young nurse was stabbed, murdered. Everyone was out looking for the killer. I was told they found him hiding in an abandoned building. After his capture, they took him back to the sanatorium. They didn't take him to the police station. Caused quite a ruckus, because once he was returned to Marymore, he killed himself. I wonder if he's the one haunting Marymore. Considering the amount of negative energy, that would be my guess, Eva said. According to Danielle, she once saw the spirit of a nurse at the Marymore site. She wore a blood-stained uniform, Marie said. Her name was Molly. Eva nodded. I believe that was the name of the murdered nurse. That's what I understood, too. Is it possible the killer and victim are both haunting the site? Marie couldn't imagine being trapped for eternity with the woman who had smothered her.